Welcome to Sinners and Saints, the series where we explore the twisted roads to redemption. Because sometimes, the worst among us become the holiest. Today, we begin with one of the most unlikely saints in Christian history, a violent gang leader, a murderer, a man feared across Egypt. This is the story of Moses the Black. He wasn't born into sainthood. He was born into survival. Moses, a towering Ethiopian slave, was cast out by his master for theft and violence. But he didn't vanish. He exploded. He formed a gang of cutthroats and killers, terrorizing the Nile Valley. Villagers whispered his name like a curse, Moses the Black. He robbed homes, assaulted travelers. He killed without hesitation. He once vowed to slaughter an entire household over a goat, and he nearly did. Only a flood stopped him. Moses wasn't just cruel, he was calculated, he was smart, and he was hungry for more. He wanted power, fear, control. He had no gods, no guilt, no grace. One night, hunted by soldiers and desperate to disappear, Moses fled into the desert. There, far from the chaos, he stumbled into a Christian monastery. The monks welcomed him, cautiously. He could kill them. He didn't. Something broke in him. Something cracked. He saw something in those men. Not fear, but peace. Not weakness, but conviction. And for the first time in his brutal life, Moses the Black asked a question. Could there be another way? Moses begged to stay. Not as a visitor, but as a disciple. At first, the monks didn't believe him. How could they? His hands were still stained with blood, but slowly, painfully, he began to change. He fasted, he prayed, he wept, and over time, he transformed. He traded the sword for silence, the rage for repentance. He became known not for wrath, but for wisdom, not for destruction, but for deep compassion. He once stood trial before the monks, not for sin, but because he refused to judge others. He had carried his own evil too long to ever point the finger. Years later, raiders came to the monastery. Moses had a choice: flee, fight, or stay. He stayed. All who take up the sword, he once read, will perish by the sword. He died alongside 7 others, not as a criminal, but as a saint. Moses the Black proves one thing: the darker your past, the brighter your redemption can shine. Next week, we'll uncover the twisted legacy of Arius, the priest who split the early church with heresy, and, some say, died on a toilet. If stories of transformation matter to you, subscribe, share, and join us again on Sinners and Saints.